And with that, I look to Jenny Grehan-Bradley to open the case for the opposition.
Before I begin, I would just like to express my gratitude to the President for giving me the exciting opportunity to speak in tonight's debate. Members, it is essential to establish the fact that all religion, by necessity, is organised. Religion is a particular system of faith and worship. It is personal faith put into formal practice. By its very definition, religion has to be systematic, formulaic, and organised in order for it to be religion. Whatever the proposition tries to tell you tonight, there is no such thing as religion without organisation. Therefore, the only way we can move beyond organised religion is by abandoning religion completely. Think about that. A society with no religion. What does this look like? It is a society that lacks community, that lacks connection, and that lacks purpose. It is a world that strips people of their identity. This is not a freer or fairer society. It is a society that represses faith and oppresses its people. The proposition's job tonight, then, is not only to prove that we can move beyond organised religion, but they must also prove that we would want to move beyond organised religion, even if we could. That is the burden of proof that the proposition must meet tonight. Before I go on, however, it is my delight and my honour to introduce the proposition speakers. You've just heard from Lucas Hooper, guest liaison officer here at the Union. Now, I heard that Lucas was worried that I'd roast him too hard, but I don't think I actually need to roast him. I mean, he's an ex-public school boy, a Christchurch student, and a member of committee at the Oxford Union. That's a roast in itself, Lucas, I'm sorry. The second speaker is Professor Linda Woodhead, a British academic who has been described as one of the world's leading experts on religion. Her successes are admirable, especially considering her unfortunate education in an institution as inferior as Cambridge University. Then you'll hear from Imam Munawar Hussain, who has recently been appointed as High Sheriff of Oxfordshire and is the founder of the Oxford Foundation, which promotes religious and racial harmony. These are admirable causes, and we are honoured to have you speaking with us tonight. I must say I'm glad to see him sitting on proposition, considering he serves as the Islamic faith tutor at Eton College, so hopefully he'll pick up some tips on how we can move beyond outdated and elitist institutions. Closing the proposition is Chloe Glynn, another guest liaison officer here at the Union and a personal friend of mine. Now, I must admit that I am surprised to see Chloe sitting on proposition tonight. You see, I assumed she was a big fan of organised religion because she's such a proud representative of Oxford's Taylor Swift society, sorry. Madam President, these are your guests and they are most welcome. No thanks. To suggest that we can simply move beyond organised religion is to completely overlook how deeply religion infiltrates and defines almost every area of our lives. I'm from Durham. Let's use that as an example. Our Norman cathedral dominates and looms over the city, both in physical and cultural ways. You can see it from wherever you are. It is a massive and literally unavoidable example that Durham is a cathedral city, a religious city, and is defined and shaped by its monastic past. The cathedral is a crucial attribute of Durham's regional identity, and no resident of Durham, irrespective of their personal beliefs, can imagine Durham without the cathedral. This idea applies to most places. The physical makeup of many cities and countries revolves around churches, cathedrals, mosques, synagogues, and other places of worship. We cannot simply move beyond organised religion when it is so deeply rooted in the physical landscape of our world. And beyond the physical, religion is even more deeply embedded in the societal and cultural makeup of people's lives. In a world where legal systems, monarchies, the way we think, the way we speak, the way we act, are all shaped by historical and contemporary religious ideas, it seems very difficult or even impossible to suggest that we can simply move beyond organised religion. In Judaism especially, religion is more of a cultural way of life rather than a set of rules to follow. There is more to this organised religion than doctrine. Its religious texts are encyclopedias of knowledge and guidance, even when it comes to what to wear and what to eat. Religion and culture are in conversation with each other here. We cannot have one without the other. So while we can knock down a building, we cannot tear apart the fundamental fabric of society. Religion cannot and should not be treated as something that exists in isolation from society when society is fundamentally founded in religion. And even after this, if you still believe that we can practically move beyond organised religion, the proposition still must convince us that this is what we want. They are responsible for proving that a world with no religion, or a world of messy and disorganised individual spirituality, is better than a world with organised religion. And I don't think that they can convincingly do this. While it is easy to focus on the flaws of organised religion, to identify the problems while ignoring the advantages, both to the individual and to society on a broader scale, in an increasingly secular, isolated and alienated world, organised religion offers individuals meaning. It keeps us grounded and gives us purpose. It reassures us that life has value and a greater cosmic significance, tackling mentally destructive feelings of hopelessness. Alongside this, organised religion benefits society. There is something so deeply unifying about the shared values, shared vision, and common goal that organised religion gives us. Religion offers connections among people that would not otherwise be connected, promoting tolerance, mutual respect, forgiveness, and compassion. Human connection in an increasingly divided world is crucial, and this cannot be overstated. Now, I readily and willingly admit that there are many obvious problems with organised religion, especially when it comes to hierarchy. But instead of the total abandonment of religion, I proposed reform. The opposition tonight do not need to accept organised religion in its current form in order to defend it. By reorganising organised religion, we can address these problems of hierarchy, inequality, and exclusivism by pursuing a more welcoming and inclusive space. After all, it is not as if organised religion is immune to reorganisation. We've seen it done so many times before. In fact, every major religion has experienced at least some change since its original conception. The major reorganisation of the Catholic faith during the 1960s saw the reshaping of ceremony, hierarchy, and practice in the Church, which, at the time, many believed to be immovable tenets of Catholicism. Clearly, reform is possible. Clearly, this House does not need to move beyond organised religion in order to overcome some of its distasteful and unappealing aspects. Therefore, before you cast your vote tonight, remember to ask yourself if moving beyond organised religion is something that we can do, as well as being something that we want to do. If you agree that moving beyond organised religion is neither realistic nor attractive, then you must oppose the motion tonight. Thank you.